Hi, my name is Gordy Hogue, and this is Community Connection. Each of us have stories that help us understand each other and help to bring our community closer together. I have been very fortunate to have met many interesting people who've had a positive, profound impact on our community and far beyond. People who've had incredible life experiences and fascinating stories. Community Connections is about these people and about their stories. I'm sure you'll enjoy meeting these amazing people as much as I have. Thank you. Please enjoy. Welcome to Community Connections. My name is Gordy Hogue, and today's guest is a caring, community-minded man. He's a businessman, and most importantly, he's a family man. He is the owner of Peace Arch Farms, and their number one priority is to ensure that they grow fresh, healthy produce. His team is very knowledgeable and proficient, and with a background in agricultural history that goes back to his ancestors. I'm pleased to welcome a proud Canadian, Davinder Chahil. Welcome, Davinder.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about where you were born and how you ended up coming to this community and when you came here?
I'm Davinder Chahil. Came here in Canada 1993. So I'm a proud Canadian. So this is my country now. So I'm so happy. I came here for my better future and better future for my children. So thank you, Canada, to having us.
Well, thank you for being here. Where did you come from, Davinder? And you can tell a little bit about your ancestors and how you got involved in farming?
I came from India, originally from Punjab.
Yeah.
So mostly Punjabi people here in Canada, we are background farmers. So I don't know how many generation we are doing the farming and stuff. It's coming generation to generation. So when I came here, I'm a student, I'm in a college. So in here, I started farming 10 years ago. When I came here, I work as a carpenter. So that's my hobby things, do the carpentry and stuff. So I love doing both. So farming thing is in our blood. So we're happy to do those things.
So you provide a number of different products. You have free range eggs and all kinds of fruits and vegetables. Can you talk a little bit about those?
Yeah, you name it, we grow almost everything. Like yeah, we grow 4 types of berries. It's a blueberry, strawberry, raspberry, and blackberries. Yeah. And we grow pumpkin, squash, zucchinis, beans, peas, rhubarb, lots of herbs. And I have lots of chickens, so we sell lots of eggs. And sometimes people want the fresh chicken, we just give to them those things too. Yeah.
And one of my favorites is your red Russian garlic. Can you talk?
Oh yeah, we grow lots of Russian garlic too. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about red Russian garlic and how you started growing that?
Yeah, I started growing from 5 years. Russian garlic is very popular now, especially in the COVID things. Everybody love those things. So Russian garlic is the more stronger than the regular garlic, and big thing is locally grown. People love those when they see us, how we plant those things, how they grow up. And we are not a certified organic, but we don't use any chemicals. So my neighbors, they have lots of horses and stuff. So they bring all their poop to us. So we compost those things we're using for our vegetable and stuff.
So you can keep recycling in that fashion.
Oh, yes.
Now, you also sell at a lot of farmers markets. How many farmers markets do you attend? And
we do almost 7, 8 of them. So we go, our local market is a family market we call White Rock one.
Yeah.
So White Rock, New Westminster, Burnaby, Lansdale, Ambleside, we do a couple of them. Yeah.
It sounds like you do a lot of them. I must keep you pretty busy.
Yeah.
So, and your family's actively involved in this as well?
Yes, family, my wife, she helps us a lot. She works at the hospital too, Peace Arch Hospital. So family, even kids, mom, dad, they are retired, but they help us a lot, even full time. They're helping us. It's big sport for us and the kids too. Yeah.
And it's been difficult this year with the pandemic and I'm sure it's been more challenging trying to hire people to assist and support you during a harvest time as well.
Yes, this year is really tough year for us. Before beverages like that, like early April, May, even June, lots of rain that time. So this year we have a less crop, almost 40%. And then in March, as the COVID things happen, so it's hard to find the laborers. That's a big challenge for us. Yeah.
So do you think there need to be some changes in terms of being able to bring temporary workers into the country to assist people like you and many others who need to have assistance during their harvest times?
Yes, it's need to be a big change, not a small. Like we always talk about those things. Like last year, I applied from India, 8 workers. And I think I mentioned you before, like in 1 minute, the officer reject our 8 application, like a same copy paste, same reason you don't have any like a travel history or you can't come back. This year, in 1 minute, 3 application reject. So I'm so upset about those things. Like we providing them everything, right? If government need any bond system or something like that, we are happy to do those. And if our workers didn't go back, they can ban us for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or lifetime, right? But we need our workers. We can bring those ones.
So you filled out the forms exactly as government provided them, and then they responded within 1 minute.
Yes, like in 1 minute, last year, 8 applications are rejected. Same reason, copy paste in 1 minute, 8 application. This year, 3 application in 1 minute, same copy post, same reason.
Are the same type of things happening with other farmers here in the Lower Mainland as well that you're aware of?
Yes, yeah. It's hard to find labor. Like it's tough job. It's hard to find laborers.
Yeah.
Like this year, we can't pick lots of our blueberries. Just still destroyed in a field. Right? Lack of less labor. We can't find the laborers.
And I've talked with a number of people who run restaurants as well in the Surrey area, and sometimes they have challenges bringing people in. But I think that there has been some abuse with the system as well, I understand.
Yes, we want to clean those things, those mess, right? So that's why we try to deal directly, not with the agent and stuff.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm thinking of government pushing us to go through those agent, right? I try directly dealing with the government, with the direct office, like they assisting us very well in here. But when we apply in India somewhere, like it's a big mess over there. I heard so many stories about there, right? So that's not good.
So the rejection happens when you fill out in Canada, the rejection happens when it goes to India?
Yes.
Is that
in
what
here, our officer, they help us a lot, right? Because we're dealing directly with them and no agent involved between us and the government. When we apply in India, like always, like I'm here from 27 years now. I try 2-3 times my cousin and family members invite on a special occasion. They never get a visa, never. I don't know why.
So, and that happens when you fill out the applications here and they're processed here in Canada, but then they go to India and that's where the problem occurs?
I heard, yes, I feel like that, yeah.
So is it Canadian consulate in India, or is it when it goes to the Indian government? Or do you know the answer to that?
I think Indian government didn't do anything about those things, but I think in our system in India, yes.
So there's clearly needs to be some work done around how you start to manage and work with that.
Definitely, yes.
And also during the pandemic, I know your parents were visiting some of their relatives, and during the pandemic, it was a challenge for them as Canadians to get back to Canada.
Well, yes, I know. You help us a lot that time. Just we always talk about not even my family. I called everybody family. Yeah. So those are our Canadians. So that's our responsibility. Just my parents stuck there. So they bought ticket 3 times, right? So
Yeah.
ticket is really expensive, and also India shut down that time. So yeah, we are happy. Thank you. You guys help us a lot for those
Well,
issues.
you certainly, this country has been built on immigrants, and we need immigrants to continue to grow, and we certainly need to have Canadians coming back home too. That's part of becoming a Canadian citizen is
Yes,
having
yes, that's our duty. Yes,
and
yeah,
support you in that. Oh,
yes.
so I know that you've done a lot of things in the community, and part of your growing in this past couple of years has been supporting the Peace Arch Hospital Foundation as well. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, we always donate something, or our time or money buys everything, because 2 3 family members works at the hospital. That's our community hospital. Yes, we are always happy to do those things, like even pumpkin run, we supply all pumpkins and stuff to them. I especially grown for them, like a big one, huge one.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, we always happy to do those things. Yeah, every year we do those things.
So that's just part of your participation and involvement as a community member and supporting the community in the hospital, and that's
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah.
certainly appreciated by everyone in the community. The hospitals, we're pretty proud of it, and we certainly
Yes.
get lots of support from the community for working with it. Now, in terms of Canada and the differences between India and Canada, you talk a little bit about trying to create a better future for your children. Can you talk about their schooling and the things they've been involved in, and how they feel about being a part of this country?
Um, we are happy um, parents. So my daughter finished her degree in criminology, and mine is psychology. So she started working with the government now at the hospital and a correction officer.
Yeah.
So son finishing his degree in criminology from SFU this year. So they're doing very well. Proud parents. Yes.
Godparents, do they help out a fair amount in the harvest as well?
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes when we need help, we call them. Yes. Even they work really hard in a college and stuff, so they help us a lot. Yes.
So in terms of the future of farming and your work in this community, what do you see as the future? And if this pandemic stays on for another year or more, if that, which is entirely possible, I guess, what does that mean for you and for your business over the next year or year and a half if the pandemic stays and we still have these challenges?
I know those are the tough things, but another good things were the COVID things. People are aware now to eat local stuff. They try to help us a lot to support local business people. They help us a lot with this way. Yeah. So now people are more aware to eat healthy stuff and local. They support local. Yes.
So the government support in terms of that has been very helpful in terms of
Oh yes, yes, yes.
to work with that and manage that. So if it hopefully then the government support will still be there for whatever the time frame is before we're able to get through the pandemic.
Yes.
So what type of once the pandemic is over, what do you see as the future for Peace Arch Farms and the way that you're building and going forward? And your children will probably leave home and be out working. So, or maybe they'll be staying at home and working as our son did. What are the things that you look forward to in the future? What do you see in the next 5 or 10 or 15 years for yourself and for the growth of our community?
Um, I'm sure about the kids. Kids don't like to do the farming, honestly, tell you true. Yeah. So I'm happy if they can work in a different field, right?
Yeah.
So because they see us how hard work is the farming work, so they don't like to do those ones, and no money in there.
Yeah.
Right? No life. We work like 17, 18 hours every day, right? If me and my wife we can't do those things. It's the family things. Even my parents they are retired now. They are around 80, so they help us a lot. It's hard to find laborers. It's a labor job. Yeah, like a farming future is not a bright future for the farming.
But it's but clearly farming and organically processed food is a very important part of.
Yes, yes.
So how are we going to be able to manage that? Is it being able to ensure that we are able to bring workers in? Is there some other fashion or some other way that we should be looking at this, or is that the only answer at this point?
Yes, definitely we need laborers everywhere. So yes, we need good program for those going to support farmers. And also when we sell our product, our produce and our berry and stuff to the cannery, we have to sell to the private guys.
Mhm.
Like those guys didn't pay us much. Sometimes we have to pay our pickers more than we sell, right? Sometimes when we go to sell our berries going to their canneries, they said, we don't want your berries,
Yeah.
right? We can't keep those ones. So government needs some fixed price or something like that, then it's going to be granted. Like now it's a really tough time. I know a couple of farmers, they didn't pick their berry this season. Less labor and no price for that.
Yeah, so that's a significant challenge. My grandparents were farmers, and they found much the same thing. And eventually, they're in Manitoba and out Ontario, and eventually, they had to sell their farms, and it was big conglomerates that took over. And
Yeah, same same kids saying same thing to us. They said, "Dad, if you can't make money, why are you doing this? Do something else." Right?
But it's so important that we do have the people involved in that who care about it and are part of the community in delivering that. So I think it's so important that we're able to have people like you and so many others in the Lower Mainland who are active farmers and producing goods that don't have to be imported from other areas, and they're grown freshly here and get to the market and get to us quickly. So that's, I think, really important part of our health that you were making reference to.
Yes, yeah, we try our best. We call everybody as a family. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you've created a great family structure here, and a great number of your neighbors have been supported. I know I visited you, and you've had your neighbors come and participate, and it's.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. Those are our family. Like all neighborhood, everybody is very friendly, very helpful. Yes.
And I think that's the essence of what it is to have a community, is have people who support each other and care for each other, and
Yes, yes.
want a better life for the future. I think most people, if not all people, want to care about, or do care about, community and care about family and care about getting ahead in the world. And certainly you exemplify that in the work that you're doing in the community and with your family.
Like my neighborhood, like a very good neighbor. Like if somebody needs some tool or equipment or tractor or something, we never ask each other. So everybody know where the key, where the gas, where the equipment. We never ask. Yeah,
That's wonderful.
very
Now,
nice.
we've got some video of your farm. Can you describe your farm a little bit, and what it looks like, and exactly how you get to it, and then we'll show some of the videos that were taken at your farm.
Sure. I have a 20-acre farm. 16 and 172 is the crossing street. Address is 1446 172nd Street, Surrey. So we farm called Peace Arch Farms. So we grow mostly the blueberries, but we grow lots of another stuff like a strawberry, blueberry, blackberries, raspberries, corn, squash, Russian garlic, peppers, cucumbers, a lot of stuff. Yeah, and also we raise different breed of chickens. Yeah, lots of chicken I have. Yes.
And if things were ideal, how many people would you need to help you harvest your growth each year?
Harvest time, we need a lot of people, around 40, 50 people.
Wow.
Because we do the farm market too. Like we can't stay at one place. Even harvest time, we are busy at the farm market. Wife always took 2 to 3 months off. Yeah. Right? If we can find good laborers, then she can work. She can help other people at the hospital who need those things, right? Even kids are busy that time too. Yeah, harvest time we need more people, but we need continuously workers. It's hard to find, really hard, tough time to find the laborers.
So has this just been, in terms of the time to find the laborers, has this just been recent, or was it easier 10 years ago, or?
10 years ago is easier, but from last couple of years, yes, it's really hard.
And is there anything that seems to be different that has made it more difficult in the last little while?
Yes, last year is okay, but it's hard, but this year is really bad.
And would that partly be because of the pandemic that we're in? Would that be
Yes,
part of it?
pandemic things happens, and also a lot of people didn't like to come outside
Yeah,
because they are getting money from the government.
government, yeah.
Right? They misuse those things. That's the bad part.
Yeah, so there has to be a balance struck there
Yes.
to ensure that if that is managed more effectively. So do you have any final comments that you'd like to make with respect to your Peace Arch Farms and your family's decision to come to Canada, which we're so pleased that you and so many others have done that?
No, we are whole family are happy to in Canada. So this is our country now. So our Canada, we do everything we can for the Canada. So thank you, Canada, to having us. So
Well, thank you, Davinder. Thank you and your family. And so all of us are immigrants here, and all of us have made our homes here, except for the Indigenous people. And we all try to participate and work well. And we're so delighted for the contributions that you make and your family make through Peace Arch Farms and through the many other activities you do in our community. Thank you so very much for being part of Community Connections. Thank you for joining us today on Community Connections. Please tune in to our next show as more amazing people share their wonderful stories. If you haven't already, please click on the red subscribe button below, right down there, and view our updates. Feel free to leave any thoughts or comments that you may have. We're always trying to do a better job of connecting this wonderful community. Thanks again for joining, and until next time, keep connecting. Thank you.